Good evening, guys. Hope you're all doing well this evening. As I thought we'd do a live instead of how we always do for the Friday night. So, hope everybody's doing well, as we're going to do a flight down to Sardinia and we're going to leave out of Nice. So, should be a really nice flight today. Lux, how you doing, mate? Mimi's, good evening. Hope you guys are all doing well as we get ready for this flight today. So, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Leave your comments down below and we'll get into the aircraft in just a few moments time and get ready and set up ready to go. Okay, so now we've got the music off. Here we are down in Nice. We're going to get ready to go. I'm doing great, thanks Lux. Not too bad, mate. So we're going to be leaving out of runway 22 left and be coming in for runway 32 on the arrival. So just let me know if you guys can hear me alright. If not, I'll change it just so we can so you can hear everything that we're going to do. So we've got the checklist and everything, so we can get inside the aircraft and start her up. Don't know how the stream's going to go. Obviously, as I said before, I need to upgrade the RAM and everything with the settings that I use, but we'll see as far as we can go. Hopefully we can get there and we should be all ready to go. So we'll get inside the cockpit and start the aircraft up now, ready to go. So we'll just get the chat list as we get ready. Walker, good evening, my man. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so audios are all good for us. So let's get a chat list as we'll go through that this evening. We've got the flight plan as well as we leave out of Nice. So let's get everything all up. Everybody's doing great today. I've got much planned for the weekend. So we're going to be leaving out 22 left, be coming in for 32. We've got the Varick 6 X-Ray out on the departure, and coming in we've got the Covaz 1 Foxtrot. So went down there earlier on just to have a look at the approach. It's quite a nice approaching as we pass over. So let's get the chat list and we'll get all ready to go. So as soon as we kind of know everything, we'll get the battery on and guarded. Standby power is guarded with ground power, so we'll go and get the AP all started. We'll get the left pump in, get our panel lights all on. As we don't need to go too quick, because obviously I'm not recording, so we can take our time and get the aircraft all ready to go. So as we check back in, hope everybody's doing well. Audio level's okay, that's great. So as we go, we've got one pump in, APU starting to load up now. We can arm the emergency lights, we'll get the smoke in with the fastened seatbelts, which can go on and checked. Get the IRSs aligned, test the flaps. Get a flight data recorder, which should be checked, and we do our speed as well, which will also be set. Window heat can now go on, and we get the trim air on as well. On our packs to auto, the isolation valves are open, and we get the APU bleed on as well. We've got the doors open, so the APU's there, we can get that set straight away as we go down. So we'll go in the FMC. IRS is on quick align anyway, so we'll get that set very quickly today. So we're coming out for Lima Foxtrot Mike November, which will come in. That should be there in just a sec. We'll punch that in anyway, so I'm not going to mess about too much. So once we come in, we've got Lima India Echo Echo. We're going to be departing from runway 22 left, I think. Let's just check. So we've got 22 left. And we're coming out for the Varick 6 X-Ray. Okay, there's a Varick 6 X-Ray. As we follow that from the route, we've got Uniform Mike 623. Okay, so as we go to the route and go down, so uniform mic 623, which is going to take us to Pelos. Then from Pelos we've got the mic 623, which is then going to take us down to Minka. From Minka we're then going to be taking the mic 858, which is going to take us down to Raymond. From Raymond we've got the mic 732, which is going to take us down to Kovaz, which will be the start of our arrival. And then from Kovaz we've got the Kovaz 1 Foxtrot, which is going to lead us out, and we're coming in for the ILS Whiskey for 3-2, and then we'll transition for PEDA. So that's all in and set. So with that all set and done, there's just one thing that I need to do, guys, so just give me 1 second as we get that set. So everything's all good there. Just need to get the weights in and we'll be all good to go. So I'm just checking something out quick just to see if it was alright. As we're going for the weights now, let's get our weight, as I didn't do that either, coming out. So weights are going to be today, we've got on our payload, we've got 16.7 tons. Okay, which will go in. And for our fuel, we've got 5.9, we'll take 2. So we'll take 7.9 on our fuel. Okay, which will be checked. That should be alright for us. And then as we go into the Avi tab, you can see that we're right here. We're going to taxi straight down uniform, and we'll come across the Hotel 1, and then we can come for 2-2 left, which should be all good for us there. So we'll go and get our checklist so we can go through everything properly, and then we should be all ready to leave out the aircraft. So let's get our checklist up, as we can do things all properly then. So go on the overhead, parking brake was set, we've got a battery and everything which is guarded, the APU's on which is set, we can get our position lights which can go on which are set and checked. From there the emergency exit lights are armed along with our passenger signs which are checked. Got the window heats which are on along with the packs, isolation valve is open, get the yaw damper on now which is checked. Landing altitude we've got coming in for 350, going straight up today. Landing elevation coming down into a lovely Cagliari is 11, so we'll leave that to 0, which is also set and checked. L11V now with the flight directors, so we get the flight directors on, which will be all set. We get the first officer's panel which is in. We can go and get the METARs from the FMC, so we'll give them a test. So we've got Lima Foxtrot, Mike November, which will be setting, which will be also set. We'll see if we've got any discons coming in. So we're riding it all the way down. I'm going to get the perf in now as we get all ready to go. So we've got 2 on the reserves. Cost index today coming out the runway is 20, which is checked, going for 350. On the ISO we've got 004 at 31. That's going to give us down -49. Okay, -49, 5,000 transition, which is checked. Coming out, what was our full weight? So gross weight 68. Okay, so we'll come out for takeoff, and we'll come out on takeoff 1, which will be set. We'll leave out onto a flaps 5. We've got 138, 140, and a 149 for V2. So 149 for V2. Leaving out the runway, heading for 22 left. We've got 223. Okay, which is set. Setting down the courses. When we leave out the runway, it's just going to literally be running straight down. So we've got 223, and we'll set 223 out as well, which is also set. We'll check back in on you guys, make sure everyone's okay. So 350, which is going to go on MCP altitude, which is also set and checked. Flight directors are on. which are also set. Com radios leaving out. Let's have a look and see if we've got anything coming out. Any VORs? Got the NDB, which is 338. So we can put that in. 338, which is in. That's literally about it for the NDB. There's no VOR or anything for us. So I'll put that to TA, which is set. After that, doors can be closed now, so we switched over the APU, which is set. We can get all our pumps on as well now as we get ready to go. So doors are now shut as we're ready to leave out. Once we push back, we'll push back so we can face out and come down the Sierra. And now we can go to our before start checklist. So we've got auto throttle, which can be armed, which are set. Left, right, centre fuel pumps can go on. We've got left and rights, which are also set and checked. Electric hydraulics can now go on, which are checked. For anti-collision light, which is set. Parking brake set, ground equipment removed, and engine area is clear. So we are now all ready to leave out for a lovely Nice, as that is pretty much it. And then on the start, we've got the secondary display unit, which will be engine, and packs will be off, etc. So let's go ahead and call the tug and get ready to leave out. Let's have a look at the ASUS quickly before we do. So on for the ASUS 1019 variable 0329 is the temperature, and it did say, I think there was a few clouds at 4,000 coming out. So we'll put 1019 in, get a reserve in as well, which is 1019. And we can do the reserve gauge, get that set, and that's pretty much us all ready to go. Okay, so that's ready. Get 1018 in, which is also set, and now we can call the tag ready to leave.
Run to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Okay, so we're going to tell him to go just around about here. Should be alright.
Run to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And now we can call the tag ready to leave. Tow tug's now going to drive us up. Auto brake can be RTO, which is set. Secondary display unit is engine. Got everything down, ready to go. Packs can now go off, which are set. APU bleeds are on, we can get the engine bleeds, which are off as well. Recall should be set after. So just wait for the tag to lift us up now. We can now push back, ready for our lovely departure. Ethan, hope you're well, my man. Good evening, pal.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, so it's ready to connect now. Tug then lift us up, as we can see.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, let's release parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, so I'm ready to start engines. Put engine start to both. Go for engine number 2, which can be set. So see start valves open now. We'll see N2 start to increase. All temperatures, etc. will come to life. 25% N2 will inject fuel, and then we'll see OGT start to increase. So what I'll do is I'll set it up early for you guys, so you can see out the window as the engine starts to ride up. So as engine number 2 now comes in, cut off should come back around 56. So we'll go back in now and get ready for engine number 1. Okay, start valves open, N2 is increasing. See all temperature etc. come to life again, 25% N2 with inject fuel, and then we'll see our EGT start to increase. So we'll start up a bit earlier. Now you guys can see out the window as we go. Okay, so there's the cutout switch, come back over for engine number 1 now, so we can go to our before taxi chat list. So we've got generators 1 and 2 which can be switched over, which will be set. We can get the probe heats on, which will also be set and checked. Wing anti-ice and engine anti-ice can go off. Packs can go back to auto. The isolation valve can go to auto along with the engine bleeds. Get the APU bleed off. Parking brake can be set, as it doesn't really work too good on the joystick, but we'll get it going. Okay, so he's going to drop us down. Elevator trim we can get set, so let's go and get that all in for us. So we've got 23 coming out. What I'm also going to do is on the perf, I'm going to change it down to take off 1. It should be alright for us. 140, 141, 149, which was set. 23.0 is on the trim, which is 5.50. Okay, which is set. Tug's now going to drop us down. Can check on the recall, which is checked. No display unit can go off, which is also set, and taxi lights can be set on.
Door is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal of the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
See you soon, bye bye. So we just wait for the tug to clear off, and then we can release the brakes, get the taxis on, and then we can leave. So let's get the control column over. As we said on the taxi, it was going to come down Sierra and then break away onto Uniform, where we'll come down onto that left turn. We'll take the Hotel 1 crossover for 22 left, which will be set. So we can put the taxi lights, which are on now, which are also set. Engine start switches can be set to continuous, which was checked. So we can release the brake, and we can power on up now to runway 22 left. We're literally going to be following straight down out of the route, so taxiway is literally going to be dead straight for us here, and then just a little left, and they'll be coming straight in for runway 22 left. Weather down in the arrival is not too bad, it's fair. We need to be out at least 55 minutes in the air for us, so we need to be out at least on the clock for 5:05, which we will make for 55 minutes. We need to come in for around 10:02, so if we get out within the next 2 minutes or so, we can make up maybe a little bit of time in the air, as we want to get down for around 10:06. So we're going to join on to this left hand turn, as we can see. Then we'll jump onto Uniform, which will take us down onto 22 left. We'll take the Hotel 1. Oh, maybe we should have took that right. Carry on going down. We'll join on at the end. So we continue down Tango, and then we'll make that right turn near Gulf. Yeah, the weather is down in Sardinia, it's not too bad. We'll check the METARs fully as we do come down. And then once we do, should be a nice arrival in 3-2 straight over the ocean, come in between the two parts of the coastal line. So as we get ready for this right hand turn now, onto Gulf. And then we'll join that left straight back on for uniform. Okay. Flaps 5 can be set. Hey Steen, my man, good evening pal. Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, I thought you know what, we'll do a live stream. I haven't done one in so long. It's been a really long time. So I thought, you know what, it's Friday, so let's do a flight and do it live. So no recordings. We are here, ready to go, and here we are now at the Hotel 1, ready to cross over onto the Hotel 2 hold, ready for runway 22 left. So we'll swing round now, get the strobes on as we cross over. We'll say both runways are active. So we'll come over now, we'll get the strobes on, which can be checked. So we cross over now, Hotel 1, then we'll hold for Hotel 2, or Hotel 3, either one. But I hope you guys are all having a great evening so far. If you've got anything great planned for the weekend. So here's the Hotel 2. We're going to come on to the Hotel 3, which is the start of 22 left. So cabin crew, take your seats for departure. As we get ready to come over the hold line now, we can get the runway turn-offs on, we can turn the taxis off, which are checked. Engine start switch is continuous. We'll get everything all set and ready to go. So there is a little turning point here, we'll get all of the runway. So spin around, we'll get ready for that departure out. So as we line up, ready to go, just tap on the brakes quick. Before we leave out, we can do our before takeoff checklist, so if we can get the aircraft to actually stop, that'd be good. There we go. So we'll go to our before takeoff checklist. Let's see what we've got. We've got our parking brake, which is set, fuel flow, center pumps as required, which are off, de-ice is off, cabin lights are set, flight instruments are also set and checked. We're coming out on head and select, and then we're going to pre-arm the LNAV, which will be set in for us. We've got the auto throttles, which are arm, takeoff data, V1, rotate, and V2. We've got 149 for V2, 41 for rotate, and 40 for V1. So we are going out all guns blazing. 95.8% N1, sorry. As we get ready to leave, nav equipment which is set, we've got the NDB in, which we can see for the November Charlie on the ADF1, and we're all ready to go. So we can get our landing lights, which can go on and set. We can start the clock. Let's get our yoke in as well. There we go. Okay, so release brakes. Go to around 45%. Full pressure on the yoke. Keep the aircraft nice and lined. And toga. Airspeed alive. Check. Throttle hold. He's back on the column, 100 knots. Rotate. Gear up. Okay, so LNAV is in. We're going to follow V2 plus 20. We're going to bug up to our flaps up speed as we follow the flight director out. 400 checked, LNAV is engaged, auto brake can be turned off now and the gear can be retracted. As we start flying up now to our flaps 1, we can see 1000 feet, we'll go into climb 1 as well. So 1000 feet, we'll hit climb, should see a switch over, 1000 checked. Coming up into a flaps 2 now as we get ready to make that left hand turn, which is going to take us on to the 148 to the 130. So there's our flaps 1, which is set. We can go into that left hand turn as we're going to bug up. It's going to take us over to the 130, which is also set and checked. There's our flaps up, so we can now engage VNAV, which is also set and checked. As a flight director is going to bring us round onto that left hand turn. Looks like we've got 230 in on the restrictions. So 250 we can originally go up to, so we should go up to after. There we go, 250, which is in and checked. Runway turn-offs can now be turned off, along with engine start switches, which can be turned off as well. As we come around for 250, still flying the aircraft manually. As we pass through 2009, just making up to 25, the flight director should start to lift up a little now as we come round. Get this rain on as well. Oh, we don't need it now. So as we bank in now, there's 250, we can just lift up slightly just to hold. And then whilst we leave, we can get the autopilot on now. LNAV, VNAV speeds engaged. Once we start to climb up, go through 10,000, we'll speed up to our climb speeds and then we'll get in for the cruise. That's great, my man. Tell Captain Spitfire that I said good evening. As we're currently just doing it at the same time. QNH is going to go to standard now as we're passing 5,000 feet on our way up. Transponders we've got set over can go checked, and we can now go to our after takeoff checklist. So after takeoff checklist, positive rate of climb gear is up, which is checked, auto brake is off and set, engine start switches are off, gear levers positioned to the off, which is set, runway turn off lights are off and cabin as required. So 10,000 we can turn them off. We're currently passing 6,008, holding 250 now as we go 130. And then we're going to follow that all the way to a MOD, which will bring us on to the 158. On for our arrival, guys. I'll show you the arrival as we come up. We're going to basically come for Converse flight level 110. We're going to follow that through 9,000 until we get down to 4,000. We're going to make that right hand turn, which is going to bring us to a PEDA for our initial approach fix. From there, we're basically going to follow in on that turn. We're going to come straight down onto the 317 from the 305. The 1095 is for the localizer. Now we've got the Cagliari 113.4 for the VOR. We've also got a Carbonara, which is also in for the 1151 along with its NDB as well. So as we're just passing ready for 10,000 feet, we can now get the landing lights off, which are also set and checked, and the cabin can now go into their runarounds. So, give a bit of a wing view as we leave out from Nice. So we're going to go up to our climb speed now. And we're going to go up to flight level 350. So as we're going to climb up to 350, you can see the winds are a little bit choppy as we're leaving out. So as we go into that 158 turn, it's going to bring us round, which is checked, which is on our way to a MOD now. Once we get all the way down, we're going to fly it all the way to Covas, which will be at 172. So we're going to start our top of descent. There's a 350 for our climb, 100 nautical miles from our top of descent, and on our progress we are currently 308 nautical miles away. So 1752 we've got on our clock, and you guys can see on the overlay 1751. So that is around the time we want to get in. We want to get around 5:50. That is our set time that we want to get in, as there's going to be some lovely views on the way out. As we come into Covas, should be really nice for the arrival. So I was just turning up the volume just to make sure that everything was going okay, because it seemed a little bit low on my side for this. So you can see literally there's our top of climb, which is right there, and our top of descent is really right there. On for the plan, you can see that we are basically going to come down once we run it through. We're going to come all the way down to Commons. So once coming down to Commons, basically going to run it all the way down. And run that right hand turn all the way down onto the runway, which will bring us in for runway 32. So we should get there a little quicker. Hopefully, the winds, we've got tailwinds at the moment, which is 20 knots, so it should make us go a little bit quicker on the way down. So whilst we're here, let's go and check out the cabin, see what everything's saying. So we've got some coffee there. Have a look out the window. Then I'll try and grab the door. It should open anyway. So as you see, I don't know how to get rid of the press something. Make the videos recorded at the bottom, but it's fine. I'll get rid of it before we get down. Coming flight level 270. As we're going up, we're going to be going up to flight level 35, so we're not going to get to 35 until we get to Ridho. So 158, we're going to get ready to make the right hand turn onto the 171, which is currently right next to, so we've got the 171, which is in 25 degrees on the bank. On for our progress, we're looking to get 1806, so 6 minutes past 6, we're going to come in, coming in the 737-800, got the latest updating on the Zibo as well. So here's the Honeywell MCP, which is all set. You can see the volume VNF speed as we're currently coming up. We're taking that right hand turn now onto 171. Very good speed. So there's our top of climb, 14 nautical miles. At that point we're going to come through, set the reserve gauge on 013, which is set 29902. As we now roll in, what we can do as well, as we're going to come in, we've got Calgary and Carbonara, so we're going to want the Carbonara first, 1151, which we've got in, which can go in and set. From there, we then got the ILS, which we're going to come in for, which is going to be the 1095, which is also set. There's 1095. Course is down at 317. We're not going to punch that in just yet. We're going to come down from Covas, which is going to bring us down onto 146. Currently 24 knot tail. Ready to come in for Sardinia today. So as always, it's Friday. We get things popping, and we'll do a live stream instead of recording. Thought it'd just be better for you guys so you can actually see us flying, and we're not just recording this time. We are here in the cockpit, ready to go. So on for our fuel as well, if we really wanted to check our fuel to see how much has been burned, etc. We're going to be coming in for Vodka next. On for Vodka. Just telling us. On for Vodka. Just to make fuel burn. 4.1. down with 7.9, it was 7.9 I think, or 6.3, 4.4, so 4.469. It's roughly on board. We took more than the 5.9 that was needed, as obviously on the charts for the flight plan. It's got the fuel burning, and we've got extra fuel on board as well. So there's 330. It's climbing 3,500 feet per minute. Let's now get ready to start to level off. Yeah, we see the wind's now starting to go, so we get a forecast in as well, ready for us to come into Sardinia. So as soon as we're at 3.5, which is in 250, 5,000. Some forecast coming down 011040. Oops. After that we've got the 287016.
1,000 to go.
Coming in for 10, moving down for 10, which is actually, you know, 5 in, we get the METARs up, we activate that off for 5,000 in, we get the METARs in, back name for 5, and request in now. India, okay. Now just send that off, then we'll go to the next part of the forecast, as we'll take a left-hand turn, which will bring us down onto the 171, which we're currently tracking, and then we'll take 121 onto Minka. So not too far now for our top of descent. Estimated time of arrival is 18:05, so we'll see if we can get in a little bit quicker. So we'll be on the ground within the next 20-25 minutes. We'll be on the ground. Checking our speed restraints. COVAS is the start of the arrival. Coming in 278. So we're going to continue to fly down at 240. You can chuck that in, even on the descent down. We can get that all in for us. 240. So we'll fly all 350 as we're going to continue now for a little while longer. On the V now, we've got 81 nautical miles to our top of descent. Mark decimal 77. Ground speed's 443. True air speed's 446. And indicated is 262. So not too far now from our top of descent. As you see, big view before we come back in. We're going to take a left-hand turn, which splits in as well. as we are ready to come in, lower the altitude down to 310. As you can see, our speed was decreasing as we came down, which is why I put it down on the FMC back down to 310. So the top of the descent is still there, that's not going to change, because we've just made some adjustments to the cruise before we got to the top of descent. Our top of descent is currently looking at 18 nautical miles, we're going down to 310. Once we do start at the top of descent, we'll see our vertical deviation pop up, and that'll be then for the VNAV path. Let's follow the profile down. Once we leave, we've got COVAS in for 17,000, 173 for COVAS, need to be down for 110, so we'll see what the VNAV does. We don't have to use it, we can use level change and come down if we really wanted to, but we'll let VNAV do what it's got to. As we come down, our fix is coming down 173, you can see 4,000 for a Pisa. That's going to be from when we make that right hand turn around, which is going to be backtracking off from the 11446, sorry. That's going to be 20 nautical miles down to the Carbonara VLR, which is going to be on 146. Okay, which is Sam. Top of the Sam, we're going to roll in onto that right hand turn from Minka onto the 174. Drini, good evening my man, hope you're doing well mate. Are you ready? Have they got anything planned for the weekend?
$1,000 to go.
Okay, 1,000 to go, there's 31,000, ready to make that right hand turn onto the 174. Estimated time of arrival, as you can see, 17:54 up above, which is absolutely perfect for us. Coming down, transition level, 6,000 for the altitude going up. Transition by ATC, so we call it 7,000 by ATC, making that right hand turn now onto the 171, which is also set and checked. We'll get ready to go into our descent checklist. We'll also check the METARs coming down. Send the METARs off one more time, just to get them in properly. There's 310, we're going to come down to 10,000 for the initial, which is checked. So with that right hand turn around, we get a landing performance as well. So 1019, 340 at 04 knots, temperature's 28, which is checked. So turn the anti-ice off pretty soon, and as we came in, 340 at 04. At 04 in 1019 QNH, which is checked. I think ice should be able to stay at 50. So I think the ice is 50, and then decrease. So we've had 2 per 1,000 feet above sea level, I think. So we'll leave that at 50. The anti-ice is going to leave there. It's just asking when we're going to turn the anti-ice off on the descent. There's 310, there's our top of descent coming in. We can turn on the terrain now as we're going to get ready to start coming down. It's a lovely Sardinia today. Coming in right now, 310, got the MCP altitude set down to 10,000 feet, so we can drop in and we should see vertical deviation coming once we just pass overhead. So just checking on the chat. Now from our top of descent. Q&A should get set. Pre-arm Q&A, which was 019, which is set. Do the reserve passing, I'll call it 7,000 for the transition level, 6,000 is in for the altitude. We'll just call it 7,000. Down in Sardinia. 340.04, which is in. We'll go in and get our landing weights, etc. for our V-speed, so 65.7 on our progress, 56 to 53, which will be 0.3, so 65.4. Gross weight coming in, intake flaps 3148 plus 5, it's only 4 knots, so anything over 10 knots with plus 5 on a headwind, anything over and divide by 2. With gust, and that's a little bit different. Airport elevation 11, we've got set for 0, which is also checked. There's our top of descent now coming into view as the aircraft slowly starting to lose speed. So top of descent now. As you can see, top of descent 1 nautical mile. Now you see the vertical deviation pop up. That'll start to decrease as it comes over to the middle, that little dot. We're going to see the aircraft start to descend down. You can also see the vertical bearing to the flight path angle. So the aircraft's flight path angle, catch the vertical bearing, and we need to be 3.1 to come down to 2,500 feet per minute. So we should see the aircraft hit for 3.1. Which will stabilise, and that'll be 2,500 feet over on our vertical speed. So pass it through flight level 300. On our way down now to Sardinia. Currently 78 nautical miles from the Carbonara as we're just coming down to Raymond. 174 to 145. So 174, which is in, currently passing now on flight 29. I descend down into lovely Sardinia today. So let's go to our descent preparations. So fuel quantity has been checked, lights is required, we've got our VREV which is also set in, we've got our weights which we put down is 65.4, which we've got in for 148 plus 5, which gives us a 153. As our winds are 340.04. Fasten seatbelts can now go on, which are checked. Latest report information, temperature's 28, radios are set, we've got 115, 10, which is in for Carbonara VOR, we've got 10950 up at ILS, which is coming in, and the courses for the ILS is 317. De-ice is on, landing altitude is checked for 0 for 11 feet. Minimums coming down as we just get on our speed brakes. Minimums coming down onto the runway is going to be a 254 MTA for 248 decision height. And 248 decision, which is in, passing through 26. So as the aircraft now starts to descend, we've got the speed brakes which are open, which you guys can see as we come down into lovely Sardinia today. So as we roll in, perhaps 3148, which is checked, passing through flight level 525, so 7,000 feet, 1019s are coming on the Q&H. Done on the stream, could put a bit right up a bit more on the stream. Right, we'll do it for the next one, we'll do some more live streams for you guys. So, speed brakes in there. As the aircraft's passing through flight level 240, we've got 10,000 in, so it won't go below unless we set it in. Make that left hand turn, which is going to take us on to 145 to Connells. From there, we're then going to come all the way down. So we see Raymond, Commerce, and then there's the Carbonara VO1. We'll make that right hand turn to coming down onto runway. So passing 279, 2 knots behind us at the moment. Let's head through flight level 230. Secure and H is over, 7,000 we said. As we come down, 240 in. As we make that left hand turn now to Cos, which is then going to be bringing us on to 145. So 145 set. So that's pretty, it's alright actually down in. Earlier on it was a little bit visibility weren't very good down here. Seems to be okay at the moment. Passing through, flight level 210. That seems to be set to local, passing transition altitude we said 7,000, auto brake as required. So let's make that left hand turn now onto the 145, which is going to take us to Cobos, and that's the start of our ride, which should really be flight level 110. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the speed intervention, come down to 2610 in, and what we can do is as well, we'll open up the speed brake, which will give us then a higher descent angle for us to come down into the runway. As I want to get the aircraft down, we should be coming down for 9,000 feet once we come down in, so there's 9,000, which is set. Passing through flight level 200. Which is in. Sending around about 2,000 feet per minute. Now you see we're just going up for around 10,000 just before carbon arm. We've got some tailwinds as well. Now through 17,000 feet, we've got speed brake which is open and checked. We'll bring it down to 4,000 feet. It's just skimmed through the clouds there. That looks like a lovely view. Okay, it's transitioning down now through 16,000, 4,000, which will be set. So the speed still for 260. There's 4,000, we'll hit that 4 carbonara as we come in, which will be perfect on the arrival as we're coming down now 4,000 feet before when we make that turn. And we're going to be flying down on the 146, which will be set. So 145's in now as we follow it down, directing for carbonara, 14,005. Slowly starts to draw in for the evening. carbonara now, VOR 24.5. Once we swing around onto that right hand turn, then get the localizer in, and get ready in for the glide slope. The glide slope coming down. You can see we're going to start a glide slope 8.3 DME from the localizer, the India Echo Lima, which we've got verified on our PFD once we switch over. 2,700 for 4,000, 11.5 DME 2008, and then 2,007 for that glide slope for the 317. We're coming down for a 153, which is going to give us roughly probably around 820 feet per minute. Now as we look over, we've got a lovely sunset as we come down in today. So let's get in and get her ready to go. So currently 18 nautical miles. So our flaps up now. We're going to come down for 4,000 feet. 10,000 in now, we get the landing lights which can go on, which are set for us as we come in. We can leave them off actually, keep it nice and dark as we come in. Also brake, we said was coming in for 65.4, so let's go and get our braking in quick. Runway 32340 at 4, which is checked, 28 degrees, 1019. Flaps 30, everything off, and we said we had 65.4 on the arrival plus 5, so we can take tables of rate number 3, just to be on the safe side, which will be setting altitude 9,000. Now the aircraft will start to descend down for 4. As we've got 4 in, we'll stay our flaps up now, so we can make round in for that right hand turn, which is going to take us in from the 145, and then we're going to follow it around the right DME arc, which will then take us into a PEDA. So engine anti-ice can now come off, which is also set and checked. Coming in for our approach check, it's got the altimeters which will be checked, coming through 7,000 to 1019, which will also be set. Put a reserve on now, so we don't forget that. A1019, which is set. Localizer frequency, which will be checked in, passing over the carbonara VOR, which is 10950. And we've got 317 Corsair, which is set. Okay, 317, which is in. There's the carbonara now, so we'll switch over the ILSs, which are also in set. We've got the India Echo Lima, pass through 8,000 full. Then we're coming down for 2007. Once you come round onto that right hand turn, it'll be at 4,000 feet, 11.5 will be 2008 from the localizer. So we're going to go into the right hand turn now, passing 7,009. Brighten things up just a little so you guys can see. Or you guys can see all the arrival as we come down. That right hand turn, 210 past 7,005, we're going to come down for 2,700 feet, 2008 by 11.5 on a DME. So see how the aircraft handles it. You can see where we're going to end up. This aircraft comes into that right hand turn now, which will then backtracks onto the 317. Currently now meeting DME from the localizer. As we pass 7,000 feet, there's our decel point where we'll switch into a flaps 5, and then hopefully lock onto the localizer, which we've got set. We can't get the localizer in now. As we come down, we'll get a glide slope once we level off 2,700 feet, and then we'll intercept that at 8.3 and DME from the localizer. fix before we go down in that'll be the 161, which will be flaps 15 gear down. So coming through, take your 6 for departure. Past the 6002, and come down for 2008, which is set. Need to get there by 11.5 DME. As we can see, 11.5 DME from the localizer, 2,800 feet. QNHs can now come over, which is 1019. As we're going to come down into that flaps 5, so we'll drop the flaps setting. Okay, flaps 5's in. Brakes are armed. There's the localizer coming. It's our right hand turn now. Wait for the localizer to come in and intercept. Still got a little way to go yet. As you can see, we're coming out. And as we leave, we've got 18 DME from the localizer, 11.5 where we're going to come in. So we're going to leave the flaps 5 in. So I wanted to get down for 2008, and now you can see that we will make it down for 2008, which is safe as well. So as we slowly start to decel on our speed, we've got the QNHs 1019, so braking set number 3, the ILS is in for the Indica Lima, 317 in on the courses, which match correctly over here, 72.2, and now we will intercept for a localizer for the 317. 7, which is set. We're taking the 305 and then the 307. So just coming down now into flaps 5. Making that right hand turn, localizers in now, it's intercepted. We've got on the approach, once we get down further, 11.5 with 2008, and then 8.5 DME as we said, 8.3, we have 2,700 feet to intercept for the glide slope. So there's the runway in sight for us. Hold the flaps 5, which is set. Oh, Jay, my man, good evening, pal. Hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, I thought we'd do some live, it's Friday night, and I thought we'd make a change, you know, as we don't usually do live too much.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go, which is checked. Carry on going down for 2007, which is going to be set as well. Flaps 5's
1,000 to go.
So, we're in the control column over now. Which is in. Can't get the approach arms. Glide slope isn't going to come down now, which is also set and checked. There's a single channel which we're going to take for the Cat 1. There's flaps 5, which is in. We're coming down for 2007, which is 8.3 DME. Now there's the airport in sight. Oh, that's great, my man. Glad you're doing well, pal. Just in time for the arrival. We've got the landing rate in for the overlay as well, so we'll see if it says if we smash it or not tonight, eh? Let's come in now for our approach checklist. So we've got 2,700, which is set, which is checked for us to intercept for the glide slope. Currently 10.9 DME, flaps 5, which is set, auto brake set for number 3. QNH is all 1019 over on the first officers as well, which is set. Got landing lights on, which is set. We'll put the runway turn-offs on now just to be ready. Engine start switches can also be set to continuous. Put our logo on as well. So it's 2007. The approach is in for the glide slope. As the glide slope is now slowly starting to move down, glide slope will be allowed clear down flaps 15. Speed braking is armed as well, which is also set and checked for us. As we're going to come down onto that descent, we're looking for around 820 feet per minute. We've got flaps 30, 148 plus 5 will be 153. So there's our flaps 15 gear down as we get ready to intercept for the glide slope. There's the glide slope, and now we'll start to go into that descent. Glide slope is live along with the localizer. Got the MCP speed down, flaps 15, 160, 2500, which is checked. We've got 248, which is coming in on our minimums, which is going to be 254. So we need 254, which is in 7.1 DME now from the runway. So what we can do is we're going to a flaps 30, which is going to be a 153. Landing lights, runway turn-off lights are on and set. Fasten seatbelts are on and checked. Passing 2,000 feet now, flaps 30's down. We're already configured in for the arrival. X-Enviro is good in RJ. It does give a nice little tone to it. So what we can do is we can test out our skills if we've got any today. And we can disengage the autopilot and we disengage the auto throttle. And now I have control of the aircraft. Okay, 153 we said coming down. 820 roughly, just about, as we get the glide slope, so we get some power in. Trim down just a little. Okay, we'll come down just a little more. Get a little trimming. So we're looking around 820 anyway, so we'll just slow down just a little. There we go, stay for about 900 till it comes back. Up just a little. 1,000 checked.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Okay, so we are fully established now, ready to come into red 2 wire. Looking for 1453, sorry. 153, just getting. Down visually.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay, speed brakes are in. And compressors are active. Okay, pressure on the yoke. As we come down. 80 knots checked. Compressors can be active. So minus 95, not too bad, not too bad. I do fly this aircraft quite a lot, so kind of land on the flare. That was meant to go, should we say. So speed brakes are in. That's fully retracted now. As we get ready to turn off the runway now, guys. As we fully retract and get the auto brake now, which can be disarmed. Which is checked. So as we come round onto the whole short, we'll just hold it here so we can get our arrival charts in, which will be set. So we'll just stop here quick, so we'll get them in. Thanks RJ and thanks Steve, appreciate it guys. Not too bad, eh? Not too bad. If I can get the aircraft to stop, there we go. So what was he going to do? He was going to get the aircraft charts ready for the airport. So we're going to basically take a left onto Alpha, follow it down and we'll get into the main apron, which will be also set for us. So go in and get the AP all set in for us and we are ready to go. So the APUs are on, engine starts which can go off, get our position light which can go on, which is checked, taxis can go on, all our runway turn-offs, get the landings all off and set, we'll tell the cabin that they can all get ready to go. Isolation valve can go open now and we're all set to go in. So we'll now make that right hand turn I'll show you guys the landing from outside as well before we do go. Once we get up to the stand, we'll then go into the landing cinematics. You guys can have a look at the arrival. As about the lights, it's literally pitch black. So, there we go. Taxi on down now, Alpha, to the main apron. And then I'll show you the lovely cinematics tonight, guys. So, we got down at just around in time, if I'll stop the clock. Yeah, there we go. So, we got down around 56 minutes, which was in with time when we was meant to come down as well. Time coming down in was 55 minutes flight time, so 58:04 was only 4 minutes, well, a few minutes late, 56, so about a minute or two late on the arrival, which isn't going to cause too much upset. As we come down now, can come into Gulf, which we'll swing into, which will bring us in. We'll get the weather turned off as well, so we don't fry any ground crew. Pull up. Okay, we can go over anywhere. So we'll come around onto the right. I'm literally going to take this left-hand turn. So we'll pull up to stand. To get ready, we'll switch over the APU now, which can be set. My directors can now be turned off, which also set and checked. Turn the speed back to 100. And here we are, guys. So I'll show you the landing cinematics as soon as we do pop up. Stop. We'll see if we can see the wheels. So obviously it's quite dark here. So I'm literally going to park it right here. Which we set, the APU switched over now, so we can switch over, turn off the fuel cut-offs, which will be fine. Seatbelts can now go off, no smoking, get electric hydraulics, which can go off, long valve packs. Isolation valves done, which is checked. APU's on, which is all set. Fuel pumps can now go off, which are checked. As we turn off all our lights and get ready to come in. So that is it for the flight, guys. I'll show you the landing cinematics, and don't forget to have a great weekend. I'll try and get in tomorrow to do another stream for you guys. Put the bit rate up on the stream next time, as it was a little bit fuzzy, I did notice. And I'll leave you all to it. So have a great weekend, and I'll leave you with the landing cinematics now, guys. So take care for now, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.